Hey, welcome to Comics Obscurity. This is your host, Jack Talk Talk, and this is a comics channel where we dig a little deeper into the Marvel Universe and we touch upon topics that may be a little in the shadows, that maybe casual, newer fans may not know some of these fascinating aspects of the Marvel Universe and their favorite superheroes. So in this particular episode, we're talking about this young man here. His name is James Howlett. He was born in the late 1880s. He's a mutant with a healing factor, and we know him today as Wolverine. He first made his debut in the Marvel Universe in Hulk issue 181 in the original run of the Hulk. And as a mutant with a healing factor, he ages very slowly. As I said, he was born in the 1880s, in the late 1880s, and now, and currently, he's dead currently, but if he were alive, he'd physically maybe be in his late 30s or 40s, early 40s, physically, because he ages. His cells continually regenerate to the point where writers have gotten ridiculous with that aspect of his power, but that's neither here nor there. So at any point, Wolverine's been around for a while. At one point in World War II, he met Captain America. At that point, at one point, there was a mission where they had to rescue a young girl who'd been kidnapped by a Russian named Ivan Petrovich, and this is where they first met Wolverine. Wolverine joined on this mission, and at one point, Petrovich was threatening to kill this little girl. Their intention was to make this little girl into the ultimate assassin. That's what their intention was. So Captain America and Wolverine joined forces. At one point, Wolverine stops the car that the guy was in with her, and they rescue this young lady. Now, this young lady grew up to be known as the Black Widow. Her name is Natasha Romanoff. All right, and Natasha first appeared in Tales of Suspense number 52 in 1964. And this is around the time of the Cold War and the animosity with the Russians. So she was the Russian spy character. You'll look back through history of these comics and you'll notice certain characters appeared. You'll notice how they reflect the times they appeared in. And a good example of that is Luke Cage, what's he called, Power Man, who was a popular character who came out of the blaxploitation period in the 70s with Shaft and things like that. Certain eras, you can tell certain cases. Spawn represents the 90s like no other. Certain characters represent certain eras, to me at least. And Black Widow was the 60s spy and Tony Stark. It was teased, or rather, it was not even teased, that's wrong of me to say, theorized by fans, is a better way to put it, that she may have been Tony Stark's birth mother, since we've recently found out that Tony was adopted. That ended up not being the case. We have met his birth mother, but it would have been interesting if it had been Natasha, because she's old enough. She has a serum similar to the Infinity Formula, similar to Captain America's super soldier serum that has retarded her aging. And she's got the fast reflexes, that type of thing. She's a great, great, great character. Bucky, not long after, vanished and was believed dead for a long time after Captain America went to suspended animation. We later learned Bucky was being held by the Russians and basically brainwashed and reprogrammed into the Winter Soldier. And as the Winter Soldier, he had an interesting history. He came across Wolverine again. He helped Wolverine escape from the Weapon X program. When Wolverine first escaped, the Winter Soldier helped him. He's also responsible for killing, Wolverine has a son named Daken. He killed Daken's mom, Itsu, which had a little animosity stirred up between him and Wolverine. So, he and Wolverine had further history down the road. He's also dated the Black Widow, the Winter Soldier has. He's got his right mind now, but at the time he was a cold assassin and he did what he had to do. Another interesting tidbit, Captain America and Wolverine are from the same program. What we know as the Weapon X program has kind of been misinterpreted. It's actually, it's numbers. Captain America was Weapon 1. He was the first. Okay, and there were Captain Americas even before him, which we may talk about it in the future. But he was Weapon 1. Wolverine is Weapon 10. And that 10, Roman numeral 10, looks like an X, so people, tie that in with the X-Men, Weapon X, but it's actually Weapon 10. So they're from the same program. Logan, at one point, was rescued by a couple of agents. Now, it's kind of unclear. The cover says they were S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, but it's not. It's kind of vague in the story if they were S.H.I.E.L.D. or CIA, but this is Richard and Mary Parker. And that last name, Parker, is a very significant name in the Marvel Universe. These, of course, are the parents of Peter Parker. They rescued Logan, And at any rate, when it was announced that Mary was pregnant, Logan happened to be there. It was announced that she was going to have a little boy. Logan was there, and he was the first to congratulate Peter Parker's father on Peter's impending birth. So he was one of the first to know about it. X-23 is where we're at now. As I said earlier, in the current Marvel Universe, Logan is dead. We know he'll be back. There's an alternate universe version of him running around. And there's also this young lady who's basically a female cloned from Logan's DNA, mixed with another woman's DNA. And her powers came out a little differently than Logan's, but she is the current Wolverine. Her name is Laura Kinney, known as X-23. Very, very, very popular, well-liked character. She's the current Wolverine in the Marvel Universe, and she's going to be appearing in the movies. They got the perfect actress to play her. At this point, if Hugh Jackman no longer plays Logan, they can move forward with X-23. So that is a good example of how some of the lives in the Marvel Universe intertwine and how these people know one another and have these long-standing history. Wolverine, the Winter Soldier, Bucky, and the Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. They've known each other for years. All right, and this has been Comics Obscurity. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Any topics you would like to know a little bit more about, there's tons of stuff out there to talk about. Just leave us a comment and let us know what you think. Take care, and we will talk to you soon.